What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. Welcome back to. I'm almost there. I'm like so close. I'm not saying my old title name, even though it sounds catchy. I'm not gonna do it. But either way, we are back to Fragile Dreams: Ruins of the Moon. I didn't have to do any quick edit there. I didn't have to look at anything at all. Don't judge me for me being me. But yeah, I was like somewhat correct when I said we had like 2 or 3 hours left in this game. I mean, they say, I think it's probably like 2.5 hours, but just for now, just for safety, I'm just gonna say 3 hours. Most because I know I'm gonna die between those ones. Shoot, where did I go? Pretty sure I know I've been here. Pretty sure that's the way, I'm just gonna go straight. Wait. Going backwards. Okay, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Oh, hey. Oh. My bad. Ah. Nope, wait. Nope, wait. There we go. I'm gonna do it one by one for every single one of them. Whoop. 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 There we go. Like I said, doing one by one. Owie. I'm pretty sure they're all gonna kill me. They're all aggressively looking at me. Okay. So special. Ow, ow. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Definitely getting somewhere. That's an item. Okay, alright. You appear for no reason. There we go. Okay. Who needs a red weapon when you have a freaking golf club that doesn't sometimes want to work? Like that. Okay, that took longer than expected, but we got there. We got there. The other fireplace is probably gonna take too long to get, so I'm just gonna do it here.
I'll sit down.
May I'll stand up.
Hey, is this?
Yay, story time.
A tall human was watering the garden. His white shirt and black slacks were simple and clean.
Ah, shit, I didn't raise the volume of my bad. That's gonna be on me.
Teacher!
Okay.
As the two young children called out, a man who was watering the grass raised his head.
Go on.
Yes?
Ignore that.
Anything the matter?
Keep talking.
The man they called teacher kneeled down to peer at the young boy through his glasses.
Teacher, when's Lot coming back?
Ooh.
The question came from the little girl. Even from a distance, I could see the man's face grow dark.
Teacher, will Lot ever come back?
Okay. Little girl that's yelling at me for no reason.
The little boy looked up expectantly,
Oh, boy,
but
yeah.
the teacher could
Got
only
it.
furrow his
Yeah.
eyebrows and purse his lips. More children gathered, questions alight on their small faces. Their matching white shirts were tattered with use. I could imagine that Lot, too, had joined this circle with her signature yellow bell. The young children didn't appear to have parents. They lived in the big, plain house with the man they called teacher.
Pretty sure she almost forgot the word plane.
Now,
Then again, I
what's
would have done the
taking her
same
so
thing.
long? She's gone away before, but
The teacher murmured an excuse, but the children wouldn't be soothed.
We want to play
Use
with Lot
fancy
again.
words at me.
Maybe Lot's sick. Maybe she's hurt. I bet she misses us. She must miss us.
As worry spread among the children, the teacher asked them a question.
Why won't you kids shut up?
Let me ask you, does it make you sad to think that Lot's lonely?
Of course. We miss her.
The teacher nodded and continued. Then, if Lot knew how you missed her, it'd make her sad, right? His voice was gentle.
I mean, again, the dude probably could have just said that line.
As I watched from a distance, I hesitated momentarily. I knew that the yellow bell that Lot possessed was from this orphanage, which was why I'd come. But I couldn't imagine that she really had a family in this place. Would anyone care if she were gone? Their worries now put to rest, the children returned to their games, but one girl lingered behind. A freckled girl with curly hair.
That bastard.
But we're all...
The girl mumbled, looking down at her feet.
We're all still sad. Even if Lot isn't lonely.
The teacher put his hand on top of the girl's head.
I suppose there are some things that can't be helped.
I know what you do at night.
What?
The girl blurted, looking at him hard.
If you really felt it couldn't be helped, then you wouldn't be out searching for Lot every night after we've gone to sleep.
Ah, okay, that's right. That's exactly where you're going.
The teacher quickly put a finger to his lips.
What? Huh? Where are you going?
Everyone's worried enough as it is.
But now I'm more worried about you, teacher.
The man simply nodded with a sad smile at the girl's words.
I know that. And I'm sorry.
Then, with the hose still in hand, he looked at the sky and spoke aloud.
Between you and me, I'm not all that worried about Lot. I'm sure she'll still survive outside these walls. All that matters is that we all considered her family. I'm sure she wants to treasure those words too, because the family we made here is the only one we've ever had. As far as I'm concerned, we're Lot's family, and as long as she knows that, everything will be okay. And to be honest, I believe that Lot will return someday.
Yeah, someday. Like, maybe in a couple minutes.
Night came, and the lights in the orphanage winked out.
Or the whole entire day.
I slowly crept out from the shadows that spread before the orphanage. The moment the teacher saw me, he stopped in his tracks. The light from the full moon completely transformed me. I rang the bell, knowing it was all I could rely on.
Lot? Is that you?
Oh, you're dead.
Yes. It's me, Lot.
So then, does this mean you're ready to come back to our home?
But of course. If you'll have me, that is.
Oh my god, this cat can talk.
Back at the orphanage, the freckled girl was trying her best to calm the children, who were crying from the teacher's absence. For days now, she'd taken his place guarding them at night. Holding the young girl to him, the teacher announced my return to all the children, to all the family. I am Lot. Lot with her yellow bell. A gentle member of this orphanage, with a bigger family than anyone could ask for.
Hells yeah. Oh, story time's done. Oh, that was it? What's in my inventory? Not much. Not much at all. Let's go to this endless path hallway that will never see the lights of day again. By the way, I know I've been skipping these boxes, like not breaking them, but it feels not worth it. Like every time we run past them because good amounts of time there's like nothing there. You know what? I'm a liar. I'm a big fat liar. No one listens to me ever again. That's coming from the box? No.
You will be removed. If the ID cannot be confirmed, you will be removed.
That's what you get. Oh god. Oh shit. You're dead? You're dead. Hells yeah. Give me that award. Okay, titles on the box has bombs in it. I love when you just stop. Stay away from you.
If the ID cannot be confirmed, you will be removed.
There we
The
go.
ID cannot be confirmed,
Ah, you
you will
bitch.
be removed.
I know it wasn't your fault, but yeah. Still blame you. Shit, shit, shit. Ah, you're supposed to die. To be quite honest, you're supposed to die. Why are you more easier to kill? Can someone please tell me this? The last time I faced them, I died. Multiple times. Oh, good. Oh, no.
The security's been activated. Well, only
Oh,
one
oh,
way
oh
to
shit.
go.
She was supposed to still talking.
Forward.
Damn, I thought she was done.
Right.
Didn't get a chance to read it. Last word I saw, I think it was the word tight. Which I'm afraid what that means. That'll activate itself.
No boy. Looks like a dead end. Guess he means business.
A dead end?
What does that mean?
In other words, we're trapped in here.
Oh my god, he didn't know what dead end means.
I guess this is the end.
Huh? What's the matter? You're a guy, aren't you? It's too early to throw in the towel.
I can throw in the towel wherever I want. Don't judge me.
Oh, I know.
What is it?
Would you... Well, would you like to hear my story?
Sure.
About the man that you know of the scientist
long
dude? Yes, I'd
time
love to hear that
ago.
story.
Long ago, there was a brilliant scientist who discovered, well, the secret of interaction. That is, how humans connect emotionally. The hidden ability to communicate without words. Way in the past, people could have connected with each other using that power. So a bunch of really smart scientists got together to study the idea. They thought if they could reawaken this power in everybody, we wouldn't have to use words to understand one another. They concluded that it'd make the world a better place. There were wars at that time. People argued and fought over little things and big things alike. Everything was a point of contention, and people grew tired of it. The whole world was unanimous in supporting the project. Using a machine they called Glass Cage, humans sent a signal around the world to try and trigger the latent empathy faculty in people's heads. This would enable everyone to naturally harmonize with one another.
After that, what happened?
Well, everybody was excited. Now that they could convey exactly what was in their hearts, all sorts of misunderstandings and ill will would vanish overnight. That's what they thought. The entire world was bubbling with hope. Everyone believed it was the dawn of a new era. They believed and believed and smiled themselves to sleep.
Then they realized they were
then-
dead.
The next morning, no one woke up.
Yep.
They slept and stayed like that forever. That's how they all died.
And you think it's happening again?
Yeah. That girl? She's gonna be the catalyst for it.
Catalyst?
Her heart will make the connection. And connect with everybody else on Earth. If it succeeds.
What if it doesn't work?
I told you. It'll be worse this time. Not a single soul will escape.
I mean, the animals?
And guess what? The first time around, I was the catalyst.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, because we're
Sai,
burning fire in here, we're pretty much
I don't get it.
are smoking ourselves in.
How did you end up as the catalyst?
Don't look at me. I have no idea. I lived a typical ordinary life. And then one day, they forced me to take all these tests. Before I knew what was going on, they decided to use me. They plugged all these cords into my head, made me take strange medicines. It was all very weird. I'm telling you, in all my days, I'd never felt such intense pain.
Wow.
It happened every day. More experiments. They didn't care at all how I felt. But there was this guy. He had a heart. Sometimes he'd slip me chocolates and candy. He'd
So we're not
even
gonna
stop
question all
by and
those
ask me if I was doing okay. And also,
Thing that's going on in your body.
he thanked me. Nicely.
I
I'm pretty
see.
sure they operate on every single part.
So you and that guy, well, you were like friends.
You crack me up. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call Shin and I friends.
Oh,
If I had
God.
to label us, we were... Wait a minute. How'd that cat get in here?
Magic.
The door's still locked shut.
And the exit is blocked with rubble.
Quick! After him! He might lead us to a way out!
See? Told you the fireplace would activate on its own. Also, I'm going to save here, so that way we don't have to come back. Okay. Follow the cat's cries to find the exit. Okay. Now I'm going to save. Okay, don't say anything. Oh, God.
Is this?
When the fuck did I pick you up?
Everyone in town called the old writer who lived in this house a weirdo. The house was old-fashioned, and the walls seemed weighted with history. So little care and upkeep had been done to the place, it wouldn't be a stretch to call it a dump. The front door was always open, and not because it wasn't locked, but because there was no lock at all. Some would think that an invitation to burglars, but the place was such a mess that you'd lose all interest in stealing the moment you stepped inside. The house reflected its owner, an oddball, aged and in disarray. And this day, that oddball writer was laying in the middle of his hallway. For a moment I thought he was dead, but every once in a while, his finger would twitch, betraying signs of life. The bones in the back of his hands stood out, gnarled under paper-thin skin, but his slicked back hair looked young. The black framed glasses he habitually wore had stayed on, even after his fall. He'd probably worn those glasses so long that they were a part of his very being.
So he's not dead.
And there he lay, Weaving my way through the filth and the clothes and the furniture, I entered the house, and he didn't even notice.
Bisk.
He called my name in a gravelly voice. With each call, my body would shiver with surprise, and the bell would ring. It was a refreshing sound. The old man must have heard it too. He immediately leapt off the floor and turned his back to me.
Not another step.
The man almost spat out.
I don't want you coming near me.
Okay, so he's drunk.
And with that, he went back to the mountain of papers that buried what might have once been a desk. His hand never stopped moving as he scratched at his head. Believe it or not, he'd call out, drop to the floor, and do it all again.
Ah, okay, so he's an alcoholic.
I was thoroughly baffled. And so I sat in the corner of the writer's room until night fell. The bell at my neck continued to tinkle lightly as I tilted my head. Can this man truly be Bisk's family? I came to check up on him every few days, but each time he'd act just as wild and nonsensical. When he wasn't throwing himself on the floor, he was completely immersed in his writing. Disturbed by his unnatural behavior, I tried my best not to allow my bell to ring, and so I stayed nestled in the corner until I finally heard the sound of a pen sliding across the desk.
Okay, now he's dead.
Phew.
Nope.
A loud sigh was immediately followed by a loud thud. He'd fallen backwards off his chair.
Finally, finished.
The way
Oh,
he
just Johnny.
breathed
We're
those
fine.
words sounded so unlike his usual crazed tone. I lifted my head, and the bell chimed to him gently. With his back still on the floor, he let out a low moan.
Oh, Bisk. Bisk, my dear.
Wow, Ichika really let himself go.
I was sure he'd yell at me to stay away again today, but instead he just lifted his thin, ghost-like arm and gestured to me. Just as I neared him, with my careful, steady steps, he suddenly grabbed me by the scruff of my neck and dragged me down with him. At first I went stiff with fear, but then I heard the beating of his heart. He gently closed his eyes and petted me.
Bisk, is that you? You've gotten so much thinner since I last saw you.
Probably because you keep going to the... Crap, what was that called? Shadow Realm? Ghost Realm? I forgot what it was called in Bleach.
His bony hands were rough, but he petted me softly. As I sat there, unable to answer, the beating of his heart became softer and softer. He continued to coo at me gently.
Finally, I'm able to sleep.
His last words sounded more like he was speaking them from a dream. As the hand on me never wavered, I finally realized. My doubts were cleared. I understood now that this was the orange-belled Bisk's family. And as I gently closed my eyes, I could feel the sound of my own heartbeat, slowly melting free of its ice. I am Bisk. Bisk with her orange bell. The foster child who brings peaceful slumber to the master writer, whom everyone called crazy.
Probably is. Damn, I just went swoof immediately. Okay, time to go inside this hole. Unless that's this one. Exactly.
I found it! The cat's meowing on the other side.
If you crouch down, you should be able to fit.
Here goes nothing.
Nope, okay. I mean, I was kind of hoping you would do it for me, but okay. There we go. Hey, look at that, another fireplace. All right, on to the story. You know, just a quick detour. Oh, hello. Shit, shit, shit. Thank God you did a backflip. Wow, who would have thought this golf club would do so much damage? You know, you just do your thing. I'm just gonna grab this. Shit. Okay. I got lucky there, to be quite honest. Ooh, what's this? Can I break you? No, I cannot. Alright, since I totally forgot I had the medicine inside of me, I'm just gonna put it in my suitcase really quick.
I hope I'm not getting sick. Wow, very cool.
Ooh, a sock.
Though you're still so small, you'll soon be born. So this message is for you. There may come a day when you'll curse being born into this world. You'll wonder what you did to deserve this. And you'll probably have plenty of bitter words to tell me. But I don't think I'll be around by then to listen to your complaints. I want you to know how truly sorry I am. I just want you to believe this. No matter what happens, all we wanted was for you to be happy.
Now, go on living while we go on dying. Chicken.
It's an honor to see you. Will you be buying or selling today?
I'll probably do both. Quite honest. Those were the toys. Nope, never mind. I already sold that. God, I got everything else. You know what? I'm gonna sell these. There's really no point for these at all. You're welcome. That's pretty much it. I got like plenty of weapons. I don't think there's no point for me to hold on to these sticks anymore. That's some good gas money. You know what? I want to get rid of you too, but I think I want to keep you for now. Just because. You never know these days. Okay, what do you got in the store for me? Nothing? 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 Great. Done.
Have a nice day!
Okay, now continue on with the story. Got nothing holding me back now. Except for a cat. Except for the cat.
It's the same cat from before.
Quit! Grab it! Follow the cat to reach the exit. Not really, we just followed this path and we're pretty much good. But in a second. Mine. Nope. Okay. Touche, you little bastard. I want to grab you. Come on. Do your thing. Come on. Do the sexy dance. Wow, that was actually quick. Let's hope this hallway doesn't bring any disappointments. Like a cat. Are we going to zoom into the cat again? Oh,
There he is.
close. We just cut to the cat.
How did he get here in the first place? Wait!
Well, guess we've got one thing left to do. Go this way. Can't tell me what to do. You're dead. Oh, you're dead. With an item. Okay, no more fooling around. Unless I go to the right, then we're gonna keep on fooling around. Thank you. What? Why'd you stop? You stopped again. Thank you for doing that, game. There we go. That one was just like, okay. I'm dead now. Okay, let's see what I got. I hope it's another story time. I finished the cat's story.
I'm getting sleepy. Is this?
It is a book.
To-do list. 1. Eat a whole cake by myself.
Nice.
2. Share a meal with my family.
Gross.
3. Visit all the friends I can.
Cool.
4. Read all the books I've wanted to.
Weirdo.
5. Buy the clothes I always dreamed of.
You know what? I'm referring back to the fourth one.
6. Make up with that certain somebody.
Oh, no. Guess we'll never know what that somebody is.
The silver bell wasn't a particularly outstanding decoration, but it did ring the most beautifully. I'd always wondered what kind of home such a lovely bell had come from. It belonged to an old woman who lived alone without relatives, in a large mansion I'd never seen before.
Ah,
Madam, it's time for supper. Thank you, dear.
Madam, the lilies in the garden have bloomed. I've put them in this vase.
What a lovely scent.
is a vase or vase?
Madam, it started raining. Allow me to close the windows.
You monster.
Yes. And draw the curtains, too.
Why? Looking outside the window is like the best time when it's raining.
The old woman was waited on hand and foot by her servants. She'd rely on their help as she sat idly in her chair, listening to her favorite music. She'd even ask them to change out the records. But most of the servants seemed to genuinely adore their employer. But there was one thing the old woman would ask several times a day.
Excuse me, but could you call Chris here for me?
Later that same day,
Oh, where is Chris?
and again even later.
Please find Chris for me.
Though normally obedient, this one request was always met with hesitation.
Madam, Chris is already...
The maids would start cautiously. Oh yes, you're quite right, the old woman would say, cutting them off.
Again, the voice actors, or actors, actors, they're all the same. Yeah, that person could have just read that.
She's not with us anymore, is she? I'd nearly forgotten.
She'd murmur with a nod, but not a few hours later, she'd ask the same questions again. She had them stop her favorite record.
Oh, wherever could my darling Chris be?
Probably should put like a sign that's attached to her head. Like when someone's dangling food for animals so they can just keep running for it. Same thing with the old woman. Just have a sign there that says, he's dead.
One rainy night,
Or
the
just,
mansion
he's
was in
gone.
an uproar.
Madam? Madam!
The servants dashed through the halls in a frenzy. Finally, one of the maids shouted in despair.
Why can't I find her cane?
It was
Though
right
wasn't
there for a
too
minute
cold
ago.
Outside, the sheets of rain continued to pour relentlessly.
She couldn't have gone outside. Could she?
A chill passed over the gathered servants before they set out. They put on their coats and called for help outside. I tore my eyes from them and made for the rain-drenched town.
Turns out she was just on the chair the entire time.
Amidst the downpour, I smelled the sweet fragrance of lily. In the back lane of a park, far from the mansion, I made out the figure of the old woman. She was surrounded by a crowd who moved and gabbed around her.
Come on, lady, you'll catch your death out here. Maybe you should see the police.
The
Or a
old
doctor.
woman's shoes and designer clothes were soaked through. A man tried taking her by the hand, but the old woman refused to budge, her face adamant. Fed up with her antics, the men finally left, leaving her behind. I cautiously stepped just into her field of vision, and without saying a word, rang my silver bell.
Wow, this cat has very good memories of where all the cats live.
It rang clear through the rain. The old woman raised her head sharply in surprise, her blurry eyes looking at me.
Chris?
The old lady rasped. I rang the bell again in a nod, and then turned around.
It's a good thing she doesn't know I'm not a dude.
Chris, wait! Wait for me!
Her cane clicked as she followed me. I may not be able to carry her all the way to the mansion, but it'd be enough to bring her to her servants. I stopped often to look over my shoulder, to make sure I didn't lose her. The sound of that beautiful bell was a beacon. At last, one of the servants noticed the old woman and shouted, "Madam." As she ran towards her, the old woman bent down to scoop me up and held me, trembling. The servants weren't able to hide their surprise, seeing how much the late Chris had changed upon her return. Not one of them said that I wasn't Chris, because the old woman called me so. The maids nodded in obedience, just glad that their beloved employer had returned home safe.
And
I
they
am
do, and
Chris.
obviously they don't want to be fired.
Chris with her silver bell.
Just go with it.
I'm the tiny, adorable Chris, loved by her grandmother in this grand mansion.
Did you say loved or lured? Ooh, pink bell.
I've gained so much.
It's like the game had a second thought, like,
Gentle hands and many,
do you want to
many
read this?
names. Mondays, Henri. Tuesdays, Fleur. Wednesdays, Sylvia. Thursdays, Lot. Fridays, Bisque. Saturdays, Chris. And for just one day, I'm no one else but myself. It was supposed to be revenge.
I mean, I need a day off sometimes.
Revenge for the deceased girls who'd led a better life than I. With vengeance and blasphemy laid to rest, all that's left is me, a lie. Before I knew, I began wondering about the future. When? Tell me, when? When will I fall in love? Once I find someone who loves me, I'll finally be given a name. Not just someone else's substitute, but a name all my own. That's what I decided. So then why? Why did I have to meet him? He lived on a cliff face that looked down on the town. His features were considered striking, his posture regal. But those weren't the only things that made me stop in my tracks. I didn't really need a reason, because to him, it didn't matter what bell I put on. Nothing would change the fact that I was nothing.
Hells yeah. I mean, no.
A bell with 2 stripes of light pink lay at his feet. It didn't belong to him. The bell, like his love, was waste on the street. His features knew despair. You could see the hollowness of death in his eyes. No matter how much I stared or spoke, he never once looked back at me. I gingerly pick up the rosy pink bell. Its soft sound should be enough to reach his ears, stir his heart, and open his eyes. Then, in a husky voice, he will speak in a tone drowning with emotion. He will call out the name of his past love.
Maria?
And
Why'd
I'll
you say
choke
that
out the
name? Oh,
emotion
Batman.
and smile as I say, "That's right. I'm your Maria." And then there won't be any real me left in this world.
Please. Tell me your real name.
I giggle softly and answer again. I'm Maria. His brow will surely furrow as he snuggles close.
And no one will ever question how this cat's able to talk.
That's not your name. It can't be.
But that's the name of your beloved, right? I loved you. But the one that you loved was never me at all. You loved the real owner of this pink bell. Imagine it. A rival whom even death couldn't kill. The one woman he really loved. I hated her, cursed her, and stole her name and identity. And I'd do it no matter how miserable it makes me.
Oh, Maria. If we'd never met, then I'm sure I'd have rotted away right on the spot.
Those are the only words that can bring me salvation now. As long as you're happy, then I'll never need a silly name.
Or see you rot in a corpse.
A storm was brewing. The high winds that had been beating on the windows since morning gathered dark clouds and pelted the forest trees. I leapt from the safety of the old woman's blanket, raced through the town, and headed for the mountain cottage, my old hideout. I'd take a bell and think about the past each time I came here. I go by many names now. So whose ghost remains in this dreary mountain hut? A brilliant flash of light, coupled with thunder, filled the sky.
Damn, that's one brilliant-ass lightning.
Every hair on my body stood on end. There was a tearing sound of wood splitting. Chills ran down my spine. I quickened my pace without thinking. A tremor crept down my back. The scene that greeted me as I reached that hut was indescribable. A massive cloud of smoke clogged my nose and burned my skin.
Okay, now you're just being gruesome.
The mountain was on fire, and the gusty winds helped spread the flames quickly. In my panic, I dove into the hut.
Why?
The heat was as hot as stoked coals, but through the burning and stench, I knew I had to salvage my bells. They had been
your
proof
bells.
that the
Got
girls
it.
had lived, and now they were the one place I felt at home. I gathered the 7 bells and made for my escape, but the hut entrance was already engulfed in flames. I leapt through a broken window, feeling as though I was being burned alive. I could hear the destruction all about me. Just outside the window was the cliff face. I jumped down from my perch, prepared to take the dive. Through it all, I kept the 7 bells tightly held in my mouth.
Cool. That was part 1. Now I need to find out where part 2 is. Well, at least the good thing is I don't need you. And I don't need you. Save. That was a lot of story. Okay, let's continue on with our adventure. Shut up, cat.
I never expected a weakling like you to make it this far.
Oh god, please don't tell me it's a big giant mask thing. Of course it'd be the big giant mask thing.
What are you?
Hey, it's no use! Look out!
Nah, he's fine. He can only just do one move at a
I
time.
do not have to answer to you. Any threat to the project must be eliminated.
Oh, you better see me as a threat. I have a golf club. Also, I want to grab this really quick. Okay, fine. Disappear, why don't you? I don't need to fight you. Hi. Did I miss? Or was I just too far inside of his body? Okay. All right, then don't go for the third move. Oh. Damn it. Okay, good luck. I hate when it does not want to do the third one. Also, where'd you go? And you're dead. Look at that. Look how easy that was.
Fool.
I don't need a stronger weapon. I just need
Your
a
existence
stronger health.
amounts to nothing more than a goldfish swimming upriver.
What?
When we were conceived, the age of man ended.
Oh, okay. So it's basically human spirits that become evil.
What? What are you talking about?
Our plan is on schedule. Make the most of the little time you have left.
All right, see ya. Goodbye.
We have to act fast.
Why? You look so friendly.
Right.
Besides, he's totally have a good time. Shut up.
I guess the cat ran in here.
I hope so. Either that or it's a ghost cat.
It'll be tight, but you can squeeze through. Be super careful.
Right.
You go first. Please don't tell me I have to walk all the way through. It looks like I have to walk all the way through. Yeah. Okay. Either this way leads to story, or this way leads to story. But that one looks more darker, so I'm gonna go this way. Also, the cat confirmed it. It stopped making noises. I swear there better be something here. What's the point of this side? This has no reason to be here, other than to waste my gosh darn time. You're next, cat. I'm gonna stick this flashlight in your throat. God, my eyes are tired. Like, ridiculously tired. Why am I still crawling? Which one? Okay, alright, do your thing.
Explain yourself, Sai. Why did you let a human in here?
First, you answer a question for me. Why are you reviving Glass Cage? What are you trying to do?
And also, you're also human too.
Please, tell me the truth. If what happened last time...
Words can be frustrating, troubling things, Sai.
That's right, I'm drinking decaf. That's right, I ran out of regular coffee.
But Shin, it's just that... if we could just talk, I know that I'd be able to...
That's enough. Soon, everything will be in order.
Did you at least get some pizza for me?
Why can't he... I don't understand. Why can't he see?
Probably because his eyes are purple.
Let's go save that girl. Seto.
Yeah.
Look for the silver-haired girl. I'm pretty sure at this point the silver-haired girl has a name. Where do you go? You know, I want to go back. Because any of these directions could lead to a story, or... where do you lead to? I'm afraid. I'm afraid to go anywhere at this point.
Oh, man. Hey, could this be...
The end of the story? Yes.
After falling unconscious, I awoke to the pattering of raindrops. I could still smell the mountainside burning, but the rain was now falling harder than before. I knew I was far from safe. Nestled close against the ground, I'd already lost the sensation in both my arms and legs. I asked the heavens if this was my punishment. Was this what I deserved for having taken the dead girl's happiness as my own in a twisted and shameless act? Through the ash-ridden world, a voice was calling me. No, that's not my name. And yet...
Maria! Maria!
Yes. The one calling me was none other than my beloved.
That is not your beloved.
Maria, hang in there! Don't die on me!
Oh, yes. My love. My one true love.
Gross.
Don't give up. I whispered desperately. Don't give in to the despair. Please. Live.
Okay, like I'm fine with pauses for dramatic effect, but can you please read faster?
I thought that if he lost me, he'd never see his precious Maria again. And it wasn't just him. Henri, Fleur, Sylvia, Lot, Bisque, Chris. They'd all been beautiful. Don't kill me, I shouted. Please don't kill the ones you love. Trembling, I handed the 7 bells over to him. If you can, take these in my place. Just don't let their loving families lose all hope. He looked at me as if wanting to speak. Then, taking the bells with him, he turned and ran. As his figure became smaller and smaller, it was eventually washed away by the rain. I tried calling his name, but couldn't form the words. If I managed to speak, I might make the mistake of telling him something I could never say. As I thought about how the cold rain would sweep away the fire, along with my soul, I thought of the last person who'd considered me family. I may not have been the one they loved, but I certainly loved the warm and gentle hands that touched me. I lied and desecrated the dead, all for my revenge.
And it was worth it.
And yet here I was, crying, here on the brink of death. I'd come closest to those girls and could finally, truly cry for them. After all, you know how it is. You must know, right?
I kind of don't.
All you wanted was to live.
Yeah.
The rain washed the mountainside gray, draining the light from everything. I was cloaked in darkness and rain. Then I heard the faint sound of a bell ringing. At least I could tell that my ears were still working. I focused my senses on the source. Then, just behind the sound, I heard footsteps and voices approaching.
Come on, Henri!
I thought I was hearing things. It had to just be a memory enclosed inside that bell. After all, no one would call for me.
Fleur!
Sylvia!
It can't be. My eyelids fluttered. Why? From beyond the falling ash, I could make out figures. They circled around me. The boy, the boss, Mama.
Lot!
An extra dot appeared.
Bisque!
Chris!
No.
Chris!
The children.
And just out of
And the
nowhere, just like
teacher.
you hear Wesker just yelling
The
out,
master waiter
Chris!
and grandmother. No. I tried to scream, but failed. No. Don't look at me. You'll see through my lies. Don't hate me.
I'm hideous.
I was never the girls that all of you loved.
Well, except for that one.
We already knew that.
Jesus Christ, they can understand me.
Was the reply from the one who used the 7 bells to gather everyone here. You snuggled close to me as I was wrapped in a warm towel. As you kept me warm, you dropped the 7 bells.
We already knew that, all along.
He sounded on the verge of tears as he kissed my cheek.
Don't you see? The ones we loved weren't the ghosts from the past.
His words forgave me.
We all know you made up those lies to try and help us. No one else but you could have made us feel so good. Could bring us so much joy. It was all thanks to you and your 7 bells.
I closed my eyes, the tears still streaming. I thought my life was just one lie after another. But no longer. I finally understood it now. My name will be the 7-colored bell. A name given to me by my loving family and friends. I am Belle, carrying my 7 colors. I was the most loved in town. I am Belle, and I was the luckiest cat in the world for having 7 names.
Is that another cat? What are these people I'm with? They also cats too? Is this an anamorphic world? I have questions. Hi, Chicken Man.
Fancy meeting you here. A splendid surprise.
And if I'm pretty sure that's the last story that we will ever see. I don't know if I have you yet, but I'm pretty sure I do have you. So I'm just gonna go and be gone.
Well then, this is goodbye.
Alright, now that's done, I'm just gonna save. And I'm gonna have to end this Let's Play. Alright, so we're very near the end. I most definitely will be able to finish this week. And if I'm feeling a little anxious, then I'll probably be able to post within this week, which will probably be on a Thursday, Friday, and probably on a... You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna probably post it on a Saturday, so that way we're gonna have the whole next week, which just be nothing, basically no uploading whatsoever. I'll just be focusing on the next game to move on, which would be basically back to the game that I already played, but it would be the girl side of her story. And if I'm feeling a little bit like if I wanted to or not, I just pretty much either just finish it with her or just finish the whole thing by continuing to finish completing both of their stories. That's gonna be the plan for this week, pretty much. Except for the people in the future, because you already know what's going on, because the video's already been on the list already, or if you're watching it randomly on another place. I don't know where I was going with that, but thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. If you didn't enjoy this video, then you still know what to do. Punch a bell with confidence, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.